Hello, I'm Maxwell Townsend, the CEO and founder of Joblow. Joblow helps high school and college students get valuable work experience. When I was 16 and 15 years old, I desperately wanted a job. I would print out hundreds of flyers and put them around my neighborhood to try to get yard work jobs. And I would go into tens of businesses to see if they were hiring. Through my struggle, I realized that this was a widespread problem among students. Joblow is an online platform that matches high school and college students with local employment opportunities by aggregating the four main types of jobs that any student could need: part-time jobs, internships, contract jobs, and volunteering opportunities. I founded Joblow a year and a half ago, and we've been live for 10 months. Since then, we've surpassed 1,000 users. We're working with over 80 businesses in Chapel Hill and Durham, including paid customers, and we've raised over $73,000 in pre-seed funding. It's been a crazy year. With strategic investors and customers such as Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's, Cruisers gas stations, and Chronic Tacos, we want to leverage the franchise networks to expand quickly. In 2018, we hope to expand to 5 new cities with the help of a seed round. And I would love to talk to you about our seed round, leadership opportunities in our company, and just to tell you more about Joblow. So please come by our booth. Joblow helps students get jobs. Thanks so much. I look forward to meeting you.
Our next presenter is Hirsch CEO of Allstacks.
Hey everyone, I'm Hirsch Tapadia. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Allstacks, and we help engineering managers identify and solve the critical roadblocks and bottlenecks that threaten their software delivery. You see, engineering managers have a problem, whereas sales managers could say something like, hey, we raised revenue 27% this quarter, and marketing could say, you know, we added 12,000 new customers to the top of the funnel. You get to the engineering manager, ask them how they're going, and they say, it's going fine. And that's about the best that they can do. Despite the wealth of data that's generated in software development, this is a field that's managed entirely qualitatively. And that qualitative management leads to $100 billion of lost productivity and failed software projects that come from mismatched requirements and late delivery and just outright failure. And the problem is that any previous attempts to solve these problems have looked at narrow slices of data. And so what Allstacks does is we aggregate data across the entirety of the software development lifecycle, from requirements to deployment, auto-generate key KPIs, insights, and metrics that lead to leading indicators that help engineering managers spend less time looking for problems and spend more time solving problems. We have about 8 customers live on the platform. We've signed them in the last quarter of being live. We're looking for more companies to partner with, so if you're interested in improving your software development processes with Allstacks, please reach out to us. And we're also raising a seed round that's partially committed. If you're a B2B enterprise software investor, we'd love to talk to you. You can find us, Allstacks, at booth 36 out in the demo room. We help engineering managers solve problems, and thank you, and please come find us.
Next up, we have Greg Dolan, CEO of Keen Decision Systems.
Good morning. I'm Greg Dolan, CEO and co-founder of Keen Decision Systems. At Keen, we're laser focused on one problem: helping marketers make better, faster marketing investment decisions with more impact. And we're doing this through our marketing investment optimization software called Mira, Marketing Investment Decision Analysis. Now, the problem that we're addressing is huge. Globally, marketers spend over $2 trillion per year on media alone. And despite significant investment in both marketing support and big data, most companies of all sizes are still building their marketing plans in spreadsheets. This is a problem that I've faced personally as a marketing director at the Campbell Soup Company for nearly a decade. It's exactly why we built the Mira application. Mira is a SaaS solution that leverages a combination of proprietary norms and a company's information to not only understand past performance and ROI, but also, and more importantly, build optimal forward-looking marketing plans and forecasts. It guides the marketer to the right decision. So they're ensuring that they're spending the right amount of money in the right channels at the right time to grow their business. Plus, models can be updated in real time and learn with new information. We're currently working with several Fortune 500 companies, and we've grown our software revenue by 3 times in the past year. We have a significant opportunity to cross-sell to hundreds of brands within our current customers, and we're also targeting the tens of thousands of other brands who are still using spreadsheets to build their marketing plans with limited data. We bootstrapped our efforts to date, but we're looking to raise funds within the next 6 to 9 months to help accelerate our SaaS marketing and sales efforts. We thank CED for the opportunity, and we look forward to speaking to many of you at the demo table and around the conference center this morning. Thank you.
Next up, we'll now hear from Tom Rump, CEO of Measure.io.
Good morning, everyone. Tom Rump, Measure.io. Finding environmental measurements for in-ground scenarios is very difficult. It's expensive, and the data is often inaccurate. So we've created an IoT solution, a smart sensor, an IoT platform, a visualized display with advanced analytics that helps you manage and measure the in-ground environment. We've concluded to start into the marketplace in golf and turf management and in agriculture. A typical golf course spends between $1 million and $5 million a year on labor and water alone. Our analysis is we can save golf courses between 10 and 35% of that spend. The important part of that ROI has led us to we are now installed at Marriott Camelback. Marriott Golf manages 85 courses around the world. And at the PGA Tour TPC Scottsdale, the TPC organization also manages about 85 golf courses. From a further traction standpoint, this past Monday, we're pleased to announce that we reached an agreement with the Golf Channel to distribute our product through their 150 sales reps that are in the Golf Now program. So we've gotten some great traction for golf. We're moving into ag, specifically the organic marketplace, because this is a precision agriculture play, and indoor farming, think either mushrooms or marijuana, whichever you'd prefer. There's a great need in the cannabis space, depending on your state, for the technology that we have. So we've traction in golf, moving into agriculture. To tie into John Doerr's presentation, the key advantage of what we're doing is in our machine learning and analytics, where we can give real-time information for operators to make decisions and actuate from their mobile phone. We're in investment round, so please do stop by and see us in the demo room. And lastly, a quick shout out to Jay Bigelow and his team for a great program. Thank you all.
Our next lightning round presenter will be Jonathan Frangakis, CEO of Mira.
Hey everyone, I'm John Frangakis with Mira. We are a data company. We pioneered a process called crowd analytics, and we're applying it for creative optimization of digital out-of-home media. And I'm going to go ahead and unpack all those buzzwords right up front. So digital out-of-home media, you've definitely seen it. It's digital signage in a mall, one of those big digital billboards in Times Square. It's all the screens and all the public spaces that are serving you advertising. And so if you think about what crowd analytics is in that context, we are bringing the tenets of internet advertising or online behavioral marketing to a more traditionally offline medium. So why does that matter right now? So you can't go to a single ad industry event or open one of the publications without hearing something about these existential threats to the advertising industry, whether it's ad blockers, fraud, viewability, brand safety. What they all could spell is this like Cambrian moment or the tipping point for out of home. But in order to be the solution to those problems faced in other channels, we need to be able to address our own inefficiency. We should be able to answer this question: how can I dynamically target a physical crowd of people in real time? You can imagine the answer is Mira. So what Mira is we are the real-time data layer for the planning, execution, and measurement of out-of-home campaigns by measuring real-time audiences near a given physical location. We've raised about $2 million to date. We've had some great traction this year. Earlier this year, we were pre-revenue. We made it to about a $1 million run rate in under 5 months. After we got a product out into market, we have a product in market now working with some of the biggest customers in our space who are also strategic investors. And we're looking to raise a Series A here shortly to capitalize on that traction. Look forward to catching up with any of you who'd like to hear more about it. Thanks.
Next up, we have Tyler Ishragi, CEO of Sideline Fantasy Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Ishragi, co-founder of Sideline Fantasy Sports. Sideline is fundamentally changing the way people play fantasy sports by allowing every single sports fan in the United States to legally bet on NFL games, using points and not real money with the objective of socializing and competing against friends. Sideline is strictly for entertainment and competing against your friends, and users love this for 3 simple reasons. Picking teams is more fun. It's the foundation of sports. Secondly, Sideline is less complicated and easier to engage with than player-based fantasy. And third, and most importantly, users still get to socialize and compete against their friends. As a company, we have designed, developed, and launched the app for Sideline, and over the past 20 days, we've acquired 6,000 users. In addition, we've established relationships with ESPN Radio and CBS Sports. Over the next 12 months, we have 3 objectives. 1, raise a seed round of $250,000. 2, launch games for NCAA football and the NBA. And 3, begin development on our revenue-generating product, Pick Ninja. Pick Ninja will use machine learning and advanced analytics to provide user-specific, personalized recommendations on which games users should bet on, saving them time and increasing their performance. We're really excited to talk to anyone who's interested in this space. We have a pretty sweet demo set up if you guys just want to come by and make some picks. Thank you.
We'll now hear from David Cohen, CEO of SunscreenER.
Every year in the US, there are over 3 million new cases of skin cancer. And that's despite us spending over $1 billion in sunscreen. And sunscreen, it's our best line of defense against the dangers of UV rays. It acts like an invisible armor that protects us from the sun. But because you can't see it, you can't see if it's actually protecting you. But SunscreenER literally makes the invisible visible. SunscreenER is a special viewer that lets you actually see your sunscreen protection. When you look through SunscreenER, protected skin appears dark, unprotected skin appears light. So you can actually see the spots where water, sand, or sweat has worn away your protection. So, whether you just want a quick look at your kid's skin or you want to check your own protection, SunscreenER has you covered. To date, nearly 3,000 SunscreenERs have been pre-ordered, with fulfillment beginning a little bit later this fall and full rollout on Amazon in time for the holidays. SunscreenER has garnered worldwide media attention, including a recent article in Vogue and invited appearances on the Discovery Channel and Shark Tank. We've built a world-class team and have just opened up our Series A round. And SunscreenER is already in partnership discussions with 4 of the 5 largest global sunscreen brands, many of whom have already kicked off marketing studies and are already indicating strong purchase intent from customers. The sun shines on all of us, but with SunscreenER, you have the confidence to get outside and enjoy your time in the sun, because with SunscreenER, you know you're protected. Thank you.
Presenting next is Steve Warwick, CEO of Trio Labs.
What if it were possible to make hardware products as easily as we make software? Well, now it is. Trio Labs has developed a 3D printer that's capable of making precision metal and ceramic parts at high volume production rates. And with this kind of capability, it's possible literally to go from concept to high volume production in hours, rather than the months-long and million-dollar processes that we see in the world today. Folks in the electronics and medical device and automotive industry are hungry for this kind of technology, for they desperately need the precision and quick time to market that this kind of technology can provide, and we expect them to be our early adopters. We currently have a prototype machine, and we are providing samples now to potential strategic partners. We have patents, we have 4 now, and plan to have many more, of course, in the future. We have an experienced management team. I have 30 years of experience building billion-dollar startup companies. We have a COO who used to be the plant manager for Procter & Gamble, and we have a CTO who developed this technology and is committed to bringing it to marketplace. We have an enthusiastic group of angel investors that are standing behind us. And we are currently in the process of raising a pre-Series A round to help develop the technology and to bring it to marketplace. So if you're looking for a high-impact opportunity to change the face of manufacturing, come talk to us. Thank you.
Let us now hear from Dr. Elaine Rideout, CEO of Weiser Systems.
Great privilege to be here. First of all, scenario. Okay, we have an Internet of Things world. You all have sensors attached to the most important, critical, valuable assets that you have. They're currently moving around in a very chaotic indoor location. Suddenly, a sensor goes off. It's an emergency, but you don't know where your asset is. This is the problem that Weiser Systems has solved. We have a best-in-class, real-time locating wireless indoor solution. Throw up some antennas to create your mesh network, tag your assets, and anything within that network, you know where it is right now. So the market for this is about $3.5 billion, 2018, growing very rapidly. They're looking at something like 25 to 40%, depending on source, over the next 5 years. Key market is industry. So specifically, we're looking at manufacturing, warehousing, aerospace, healthcare, also big retail. We currently have customers in every one of those verticals, including several Fortune 500 companies. Validation, we were in Silicon Valley this spring at IoT World, came home with first place in the industrial IoT category, primarily because of our awesome tech. Kudos to Dr. Seth Holler, leader of our very talented tech team. We essentially have a new-to-the-world, software-defined, ultra-wideband radio. Ultra-wideband is second to none when it comes to tracking assets very accurately in very cluttered, noisy, highly reflective metal environments. Think tools. We are currently in an aerospace facility. We are tracking tools in order to help repair fighter jets. We also have advantages in 3-dimension XYZ location. Nobody else can do that. Highly scalable, up to tens of thousands of assets, very secure, and also very safe. Low power, FCC approved, very long battery life. I hope you stop by our booth. We are doing live tracking, in fact, live owl tracking, so look for the owl. Thank you very much.
Last and certainly not least, our final lightning round presenter is Justin Jed, president of Textile-Based Delivery, Inc., TexDel.
Hi, my name is Justin Jed. I'm the President and Chief Operating Officer of Textile-Based Delivery. This is Purnima Malik. She is one of our lead chemical engineers. She's going to help me out today. We're going to make it interactive because we're the last presenter today. Can everyone make sure they have their water cups, their coffee cups in hand? We're going to do some things in a second. I don't want to make sure we don't make a mess. Thank you. So more than 85% of adults believe that their health contributes to their overall definition of success. Unfortunately, 75% of them or so aren't compliant with their health and wellness regimen. So what if instead of applying a cream or taking a pill or putting on a patch, all you had to do was get dressed? So now clothing can be transformed into something that is performance enhancing. It's healing, it can bring aesthetic capabilities to you, and it can last multiple washes. Imagine it. Your socks can heal, your socks can reduce pain, maybe your pants can soften your legs, your shorts could give you a workout boost when you're doing peak performance. Textile-enabled active delivery fabrics are disrupting how we're going to think about health and how we're going to think about apparel. Now, similar to Gore-Tex, which is a $3.5 billion revenue company, we make this product. It's an imbibed yarn so that our leading brands like Adidas, Under Armour, Nike can make garments like this. Thank you. So what we're going to do is we're going to transform a $40 garment, an athletic garment that you maybe buy once a year, into a $50 garment you're going to buy again and again. We call this new active delivery wear product fabric as a service. Whoa! There's a sock for you. So TexDel's patented technology system embeds active ingredients into fabrics like cotton, polyester, nylon, and it'll deliver consistent therapeutic benefit over and over again. Good catch. Yes, it can be washed multiple times. So there are 5 things I want you to remember about us. Number 1, our system is patented, and we have protection in 12 different countries. There we go. Number 2, we've been awarded a Department of Defense grant. It's a multi-million-dollar grant, a multi-year grant. And on the board of that granting committee included VF COOs and Nike presidents. Ready? All right, we're out of juice. She throws well. Our go-to-market strategy is similar to Gore-Tex. Number 4, we have signed several purchase orders, and right now demand is outstripping our supply. Lastly, we are raising money. Well, we're well into $1 million seed round. Things are going great. We're happy to talk to more folks. Lastly, thank you for letting us go out with a bang. Have a good afternoon.